What's going on? Wanted to put out a little introductory video. There's a couple of people on YouTube who already know who I am, just from my interaction on a couple of different channels and my working with those people, and kind of decided that I would maybe start putting out some videos, share a little bit of knowledge that I have gained through trial and error in this industry, and more or less just maybe share some experiences that I've had through the years, and just, you know, any kind of knowledge that anybody can share that helps somebody else out. You know, there's a lot of learning that goes on in this industry, and a lot of it is is learned through trial and error, and not necessarily trial and error, but just having done things that maybe somebody else hasn't done, or maybe something that somebody's interested in. And there are a lot of steps in this industry that are big leaps of faith, that are enormous steps, and can be enormous failures as well. And so sometimes taking that next step or that next leap of faith is very hard to do, and I know that from experience. And sometimes having somebody that has done it and can relay their experience, put it into words, kind of tell you things that happen, it makes making those decisions easier. I know it did for me. So that's kind of what I would like to do. This video here is just going to be kind of a little bit of introduction to who I am, my experience in this industry, and that way people know who it is that I am, and that way, you know, you kind of know what's going on. My name is Harold, and you may or may not have seen me. I'm regularly in Jeffrey Likes videos, Snorelords videos, other Trucker James Best, and I work with all those guys, along with Gear Grabber and Sean Price. And if you've seen me on any of those live feeds in the comment section, then it's no secret, and it doesn't need to be, that I am an owner-operator leased on with Jeffrey at Like Trucking, and been here about a month now. Going back to the beginning, I started in this industry in 2003. About 2 weeks after I turned 21 years old, I was in truck driving school, and decided I was going to go drive a truck, and that's where it all got started. Did my truck driving school, and went off and drove one of Jeffrey's most favorite companies in the world. Went to work for Werner, and it is what it is. I enjoyed my time there. For a green rookie, at least at that point, back in 03, they had a really good training program that taught me a lot. Having never really been around very many people, I only knew one person prior to me starting trucking. I only knew one truck driver. He's kind of the reason I got into trucking, and so I had no experience really. I had nobody in my family that was a trucker, no friends that were truck drivers, and so really going to Werner in the very beginning was a complete new thing for me in trucking, and did pretty good there. I worked for them for about a year, and purchased a truck from them back in 04, and I stayed there about another year, and then I decided to pay off that loan, and I took my truck and I went to Landstar. And I went there in 2005, and I did really, really good at Landstar. The economy was much different back in 05. It was before the downturn in the economy, and did very good. I could have done much better, being at the time I was 23 years old and turned loose in the open market per se. You know, as much as Landstar can be called the open market, considering it's a closed load board. I could have done phenomenally better had I just had some years of wisdom to control what I wasn't doing. But I still did very, very well there. Made a lot of money. About 2007, got out of the industry and thought that I was done with trucking. I had kind of made the decision that at that point I was still single. I had no girlfriend because, you know, who wants to date a trucker who's never home? Because I ran the road. I'm the person who loves this job. I love trucking. There's never a day I get up and I don't feel like getting behind the wheel and driving. And so, you know, I was the guy who was 26 years old, 27, 25, 26, whatever. And I would stay gone 2, 3, 4 weeks, even though I dispatched myself. I'd get out on the road and just go, and I enjoyed it. But I came to the realization that at that age, I wasn't home to have any kind of a significant other. I had no kids, and that was something that I did want to begin focusing on. And so I took some time off the road. I ended up meeting a woman, getting married. We had 2 kids, and circumstances led me back to trucking in 2013. I still always had that itch. For some people, like myself, it's just something that once you get it in your system, you're not satisfied with anything else. Worked numerous jobs while I was off the road. Nothing that ever satisfied me like trucking does. And 2013, financial reasons, it led me back to trucking. And I've been back on the road since then. Started back out with a small company, local. Due to my years off the road, that was really my only avenue back into trucking. And did that for about a year and got on with a private fleet near home. And did that for about 3 years. Private fleet, hauling only their product. And no, it was not Walmart. But anyway. Did that for about 3 years and really enjoyed that. The routine of it. We went to the same places over and over again. The money was really good, but at the same token, there was only 5 trucks, and there was no advancement, and there was no furthering my career. It was what it was. I could be doing that till the day I retire. That's how much money I was going to make, and that was it. And I really wanted to get back into owning a truck. I knew the income potential from when I had done it before. And so me and my wife, we decided that we would go with Schneider, lease a truck from SFI to get back into the owning business and go that route. She was a little bit nervous about taking that leap of buying a truck. She was really nervous about the leap of buying a used truck with no warranty off the rip, just because she wasn't as sure of the money. Even though I was sure of the money, it was hard for me to get her to believe the kind of money that could be made as an owner-operator on a percentage base where you pick your freight, that kind of a system like Schneider has. And so she signed up for it, but only if we went with a lease truck that was brand new, had a warranty, and, you know, it was kind of a, if it doesn't work out, we're not stuck with a truck, or the truck's not going to break down and leave us bankrupted because it's a new truck. You know, that's not really the case. But anyway, it gave her that sense of security there, and so that made her feel a little more comfortable with it. But anyway, so we did that in 2016, and got in there and showed her the kind of money that could be made, and did very, very well at Schneider with the lease truck. It can be done. I ran the wheels off the lease truck. I stayed gone 6-7 weeks at a time in order to make the big settlements. But that was what I wanted to do, because I felt that if I was going to be on the hook for a truck payment and, you know, all the expenses that came along with that, I wasn't going to be bringing home a company driver salary. And in order to do that where I live, I live in South Georgia, and Schneider doesn't have a great freight base down that way. I mean, there is freight down there, but it's not what it is in the Midwest. And so I kind of took a hit with Schneider when I would go home and when I would leave the house. And so I chose to run. I chose to run really hard, and I would stay gone 6 or 7 weeks. And I made really, really, really good money with that lease truck. That being said, the realization came that we were making really, really good money, but we were also toting a really, really high truck payment. And once the money was proven that could be made, it was easier then to talk my wife into, let's get rid of this lease truck. Let's buy a used truck that's going to be much cheaper on us monthly. We'll be smart about it as best we can, and we'll buy one that's in good condition with low miles. It's not going to, hopefully be breaking down all the time, which is always a roll of the dice. That's never a guarantee. I don't care if the truck's got 100,000 miles on it. But there's some safer bets than others. And so we decided to do that last October. And in the interim there, while I was at Schneider, I got to know Jeffrey through YouTube initially, and then through phone conversations, and we ended up meeting up and got to know him pretty good, along with Snorlord. Met him out at GATS last year for the first time, and talked with him on the phone all the time. And after getting this truck back last October, started working with the goal in mind of getting a trailer. And that was back during the whole craze of last summer that everybody was jumping on, and kind of got my wheels rolling. Talked to Jeff, and kind of decided to wait till this spring. It was the best time for me. I needed to wait till the spring, and it worked out good, because by the time I was ready, Jeff was ready, and brought my truck and bought a trailer in the middle of March, and brought it over and put it on with Jeff. And it's been about a month now, and everything is going great. And kind of what I wanted to do with my YouTube channel, if I'm able to do it the way I want to, and with the regularity that I would like to, because one video a month, nobody's going to tune in, and not that it matters, but there's no knowledge really that I have that Jeff can't put out there, because he's been in this industry twice as long as I have, and he's really good at the numbers. He's really good at truck situations and how to run a business. There's nothing I could touch with any of that would give you any better light on any of those subjects that Jeff can't shine twice as much light on it. And that's not really what I'm trying to do. My main thing is, there's some experiences that maybe I've had that Jeff hasn't had, or maybe I've had and Snorlord hasn't had. Everybody experiences different things in this industry, because everybody through different phases of their career does different things. Just like Jeff has talked about hauling mobile homes. I've never hauled mobile homes. So, he can give his insights in that where I can't. But maybe I've done something that Jeff hasn't done, or maybe Snorlord has done something that I haven't done. And it's kind of that mutual sharing of experiences, things that we've all done, but maybe not all done at the same time or together. And maybe that's going to help somebody else out that says, I've never really hauled a curtain trailer. I don't know anything about it. But Harold, he's hauled a curtain trailer. He talked about that. He did that for 3 years, and he's talked about how that happened and what he did and things that went on with that. I can go and watch that video, and I can kind of get an idea of what to expect. That's kind of what I want to try to do. Not try to educate anybody on anything in particular per se, because there's other people out there who have been in this industry a lot longer and have much more knowledge of information to put out there on those things. But more or less just a sharing of experiences and a sharing of knowledge through experience in the industry. If that helps anybody, then that's the goal. Otherwise, we'll just be having fun and chatting and shooting around the mess. Other than that, It's just a way for people to connect. I really enjoy the live feeds. It's a way for people to connect and share ideas, pass other thoughts around. You know, hey, have you ever thought about this? Hey, what's your thoughts on that? And even if somebody's not an expert, you don't have to have an expert to have an opinion. You just have to have some kind of a knowledge to base that opinion on. You know, I'm never going to be the person who has an answer for everything, because I haven't done everything. And I'm not going to be the person who gives you an opinion that is based on zero knowledge. If I don't know about a certain particular subject, I'm just going to tell you I don't know about it. Just like hauling a coil on a flatbed. Never done it. Couldn't tell you anything about it. I watched a video on how to chain one down. I'll tell you, I watched the video and what they did in the video. Other than that, no idea. But somebody who's watching a video may have and can tell me about it, in case I ever had to haul one. I doubt that I'll be hauling one in this van trailer. But if I ever had to haul one on a flatbed and somebody, you know what? I remember that guy on YouTube. He had a video about that. I'll go find that video. I've learned something. That's kind of what I'm hoping to do. And, you know, if not, if nobody learns anything, we'll just have fun doing it. All right? Y'all take it easy. We'll do another video at some point, and we'll go from there. And we'll see where it leads us. I appreciate it, and we will see y'all later.